And we are at long last off and good to go. Again, no same piece sets in this one. And on a level 15 start, so our transition will happen at 100 lines instead of 130. We'll go to 16. At that point, the speeds will be the same as 18 speeds. We'll see that for 16, 17, and 18. And then at 130 lines, it'll be level 19 as normal. And of course, we get to know our players. We're going to start on the left with Anjing. Currently in school, but not in university yet. Majoring in Sigma studies, his words, not mine. And what does he do for work? Does not work, but says in parentheses, eat forks. Okay, as far as in-person events, Anjing has not made it to one yet, but if you can think of an online event, he's probably done it. I mean, he's done CTL, TNP, this tournament, One Night, One Day, TNP show. I mean, and DAS League as well, so Anjing's probably been there if it's happened online. Outside of Tetris, he enjoys playing Deltarune and Cuphead for games. For sports, he likes badminton and basketball. And his other hobby outside of the game of Tetris includes speed cubing. So that's what you need to know about Anjing. Anjing is also the #1 Nestris.org user in the community. It works with his setup. So he plays on Nestris.org, whereas others may use console or emulator. We're about 35 lines in right now for both players. Thisinthat has a lead at the moment, 174,000 to 107,000. So this is over a 3 Tetris edge early on for these players. Thisinthat, the one who has the score advantage. Now, one of the benefits of Anjing utilizing Nestris.org is that if you look in the lower left corner of the screen, his Tetris rate shows up right there for you. So you see that in the bottom there, the 51% quad, that is his current Tetris rate. And just like you'd see in a major Tetris tournament or any event that uses Nestris champs, once this game becomes a drought, that Tetris rate will turn into a drought counter. We're over halfway to transition. This is about a 450k pace for this, and that looking really good. And for Anjing, looking like about a 260 pace. This is, again, towards the level 16 transition. And both players, looks like they've got a little bit of gaps or tucks that they will have to accommodate to get their stack ready to go. Anjing set up for the dirty Tetris 2 rows off the bottom. He will get it. Thisinthat gets themselves resolved. And they're now Tetris ready. Just waiting for that long bar on the right. Again, no same piece sets here, so the fact that Anjing got a Tetris means nothing about when Thisinthat will get a Tetris, but they do get one. Now coming up on 70 lines cleared, we have 201,000 for Anjing, 294 for Thisinthat. So just under a 5 Tetris advantage for Thisinthat as we are in the tail end of level 15 play here. And as mentioned, we did report earlier that Thisinthat is rolling in this matchup. Did his qualifier this month rolling. And as you can see, that qualifier score of 537,000. So lower than what he's used to, but Thisinthat playing really well with the new playstyle right now as he is up not only in score, but also, well, for a moment there was actually behind in the line count. Now it's a little closer to even. But yeah, this lead is about 6 Tetrises for Thisinthat. It's not that Anjing is playing bad, it's just that Thisinthat is playing so on the ball right now. I mean, a very general rule of thumb is that if you can get over 300,000 or even 350K by the time you reach a level 16 transition out 15 start, you're doing good. And Thisinthat is on track to be around 430,000 going into 16 if you can get a Tetris. And there it is. Let's take a look at that new score, 433,000. So absolutely pacing. I mean, this would be a good score at the turn on 18, and he did it with 15. So yeah, this lead as we are over into level 16, 454 for Thisinthat, 310,000 for Anjing. And Thisinthat going very aggressive. That is a dirty column 3 Tetris halfway up the board. Now, I will be honest, knowing that this is a new play style for Thisinthat, I was like, uh-oh, Pesquettios, but Thisinthat making me eat my words with that one. Meanwhile, Anjing cleans up the left well dependency. He is Tetris ready, will throw down the long bar, and enters level 18. We are 3 Tetrises away from transition. Both players can get 3 Tetrises with max efficiency. Anjing keeping the board clean. Thisinthat hangs the L piece on the left, so he's going to need to do some burning. That will take away one of those Tetrises. We'll see how he resolves the stack over here. Nice last-minute adjustment. Meanwhile, Anjing is clean. Thisinthat transitions at 535,000 into level 19. And he's already beaten his qualifier score just at the start of 19. Meanwhile, Anjing goes in at 427,000. Both players with clean boards. It's a race to the kill screen. Let's see what these two can do as we are now into 19 speeds. All right, Anjing going for he ends up getting a double. He's trying to get this board down. Got a couple of gaps to deal with, as does Thisinthat, but Thisinthat able to get it cleaned up. Oh, but he hangs the L piece. That's the second time I've seen an L hang from him. Obviously still working out some of the finer points of rolling, and the board's getting a little tough to work with, but he does have the power of rolling. But it's another hang of the L piece, and this is going to be tough for Thisinthat to deal with. But he does redeem himself, gets the 5-tap of the L that time, and he's going to burn his way down. Meanwhile, Anjing, a little lower, Tetris ready, throws one down. He's at 500,000, only trailing by about 3 Tetrises, as Thisinthat's going to top out. So Anjing, you have a chase down here in game 1. 590,000 is your target score. 590K gets you the victory. I believe Anjing will need at least 1 Tetris to make it happen. I don't believe it's possible to line out unless Anjing has some level 29 playability in his back pocket. And there is 1 Tetris. 1 more should just about get him there. So in terms of Tetrises, he needs about a Tetris and change to get to 590 and complete the chase down. He's not going for anything overly risky. Knows he's got some runway to work with. And Anjing, he's going to go for it, and he's going to get the center well Tetris. Still needs about 1,000 points, so maybe another line or two will do the trick. I don't know if he realizes that, okay, 1 more burn will do it, and that completes the chase down. Anjing has taken game number 1, 591K to 589K. But he gets a dirty Tetris to add on to it just to top things off here. And we will put that first heart on the board for Anjing. GG's to both of you as he is, well, looks like Anjing's going to mullen this out. Or at least attempt to. He's got a 659 here on 26. But those hangs are probably going to do the trick. He's going to top out, and we have a 1-0 lead for Anjing. All right, so let's go ahead and bring it to game number 2. All right, and this net says we're going to 18 for this one. All right, I have it ready from Anjing. See if we get one from this and that. And there is the ready. Let's go ahead and start game number 2, counting it down in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. All right, and we are off. And the first one, we got to know Anjing a little bit. Let's see if we can learn a thing or two about this and that. Now, this and that has been to a couple of in-person events. Did the World Puzzle League tournament, the one hosted by Beast and Shen. And also went to the North Carolina regional that Evan J hosted. Took second there. And he's also done his fair share of online events. So many. He's won a CTM Community Tier 3. He won a TMP Gold Division. He's done CTL. He also hosts a tournament you might have heard of. He is the one in charge of this event called Classic Tetris Biweekly. You might have seen it once or twice. Outside of Tetris, he enjoys playing Smash Bros. Melee, Crusader Kings 2, and Minecraft. He used to run and play basketball. And when he's not playing Tetris, his hobbies include sleeping, reading, or finding music. Now, he'll need to find a way to burn this stack down because he is up extremely high. And he's got a long bar hung over there. I don't think he can get anything else over. This and that's going to top out. And Anjing, you're already good for game number 2. You can go ahead and top out 104,000 to 53,000. And we'll put that second heart on the board. And once y'all are ready, we'll move to game number 3. Oh, you two are in a voice chat, by the way. I guess the big question is it one I can also access? I mean, if so, we could have some fun and put you on the air, but if not a big deal. But yeah, once you're ready, we'll go ahead and start game number 3. All right, looks like I got it ready from this and that. And it looks like Anjing is also ready. So let's begin game number 3 and count it down in 3, 2, 1. Tetris. We are off for game number 3, witnessing the rolling debut of this and that. Went off to a really good start in game number 1. But Anjing able to complete the chase down and an unfortunate early top in game number 2. So this and that facing elimination here in the 27th edition of Classic Tetris Biweekly. Anjing looking to move on where they would play either Khan or Omen, depending on who either wins or has won that one. I'll actually do my due diligence and see if that match has been completed. The answer is no. That one has not been finished yet. I wasn't sure if they got that one scheduled, but it appears not. So we return to take a look at this one. Early on, it is this and that with the, well, for a moment, this and that had the slightly cleaner board, but then more pieces came down, so they kind of switched positions, and now it's Anjing with the cleaner board. You know, inadvertent double flip from this and that, going to leave that piece up. Meanwhile, Anjing nice and clean. We are separated by push-down points at the moment. We were separated by 9 points, but they have managed to ruin that close push-down point situation. 103,000 for Anjing, make it 126 after the Toasteress, 106,000 for this and that. Now about a third of the way from 19, 450K is the transition pace for this and that, 510K is the pace for Anjing. So Anjing holding a slight edge in terms of both real score and pace score, as we're a third of the way to transition. Both players doing some good work, taking care of the burns they have on their side, getting the boards cleaned up. Anjing throwing down a Tetris and has opened up a bit of an advantage here as they were previously neck and neck. 221K to 181,000. Anjing currently with the lead, although this and that doing his best to stay pat with Anjing as we near halfway to 19. And now that we're halfway there, it's about a 520K pace for Anjing and a 500K pace for this and that. So done a little bit of flip-flopping again. As Anjing now ahead in score and in pace as we're at 70 lines in the books. The one thing I wanted to take a look in that while we have the opportunity is I wanted to see what the record between these two looks like head-to-head all time. So we'll go ahead and load that up. Well, these players are at about 85 lines in. This one has gotten close. 324 for Anjing, 321 for this and that, only separated by about a burned double. So we'll see if either of these players can get any sort of separation heading into level 19. And there is the homework I was looking for as we are at 100 lines cleared. Once again, only separated by about a burned single. That's all the separation we've got at the moment, 100 lines in. Now, all time, Anjing leads the series 4 games to 2. But in terms of games, it's pretty close. Anjing leads that 13 to 10. And these two have played quite a bit in the past 6 months. I mean, they're averaging about a little over a match a month. Although, to learn more about that, we're probably going to need a game 4 as these two are nearing transition, and this and that has managed to reclaim the lead. It's kind of been a little bit of a pendulum, and it's kind of been swinging bigger and bigger, but first it was Anjing, then it was this and that, then it was back to Anjing, now it's back to this and that. But this and that up high on the board. Hangs the J piece. He'll need a long bar on the right, gets the long bar over, and he's going to need to burn this down. The transition is looming. Anjing already there at 481,000. Meanwhile, this and that has 8 lines to get this board down to a more manageable level, and he's now double long bar dependent. So we'll see how he manages to make his way out of this situation, as he's got 2 more burns in at 478,000. What a perfectly timed L piece for Thisinthat. And he is getting this down. Needs a couple more pieces to get the well open. And just barely missed it. 528k to 488k. Thisinthat is clean. It gets a Tetris, so he survived being really high up into 19. And you know what they say? Behold the power of rolling. As Thisinthat now clean and free. Down by about 10,000 points, so about 40% of a Tetris at this point is what I'd estimate. But he'll need to take care of the gaps in his stack to get back to a Tetris-ready position to try and take this game number 3 from Anjing, whose board is clean. And Anjing is growing this lead, now 619,000 to 538,000. Anjing on about a 920,000 pace for the kill screen. Thisinthat on about a 810,000 kill screen pace. He hangs a long bar in column 2. He's going to need a 5-tap 1 over. Once it shows up, he does get the 5-tap, and we'll just go back to burning. But one thing we've seen in this rolling debut is that Thisinthat's had a little bit of trouble getting those L pieces over to the left on those 5-taps, and Thisinthat's going to top out. So Anjing, you're all good to go. Go ahead and mullin this out if you so desire. You get a double hey now on the board, 691069. Anjing, no stranger to getting meme scores, whether accidental or on purpose. But yeah, let's let Anjing finish this on out. He's at 750,000, about to go into level 26. And it's just bringing this board down 25 lines to kill screen. I mean, if he goes all out, all Tetrises, Anjing could get the max before a kill screen, but he is going to have to do some burning to get this board down and then do some more burning to take care of the little bridge he's built. Sitting at 800,000, I imagine once all the burning is done, he's probably going to have, I don't know, 2 Tetrises left maybe, which would put him right around at 900,000. And, you know, I can't complain about that. But there's one Tetris, so with one more Tetris, he'll be at about in the 880s. So we'll see if he goes for the dirty. Nope, he's going to try and tap on kill screen here. Won't get a dirty Tetris out of it. Won't get any Tetris out of it because he's going to top out, but the game is complete. Anjing takes it, gets the good old sweep. And this one is in the books. Anjing taking it 3-0. So we'll go ahead and report this one before I sign off. And then we'll find somebody to raid while we're on top of it. And yeah, congrats to Thisinthat on his rolling debut. Looked pretty solid for first time rolling in a competitive